Hip bursitis causes and treatment. Hip bursitis is a fairly common cause of pain over the outside area of the upper thigh. Most commonly, hip bursitis is the result of non-infectious inflammation, aseptic bursitis, to the bursae that's caused by a local trauma to the soft tissue of the hip, such as a strain injury. The inflammation of bursae is most often the result of one of two actions: a direct traumatic impact to the hip, such as a fall or sporting injury, or repetitive friction, such as the bursa repeatedly rubbing up against nearby tendon or muscle. There are also certain risk factors associated with developing hip bursitis, such as women and elderly are most often affected, with men of any age being the least likely to develop hip bursitis, and an overuse injury, such as bicycling, running, prolonged standing, and inclined climbing. The primary symptom is a sharp, localized, and intense pain in the hip, or achy and widespread pain throughout the hip and outer thigh. Other symptoms may include pain that intensifies at night, pain that intensifies when pressure is placed on the affected hip, such as with lying down or rising from a seated position, pain that intensifies after prolonged sitting, pain that intensifies with walking, climbing, running, or squatting movements, and stiffness around the hip joint. Acute stage symptoms are characterized by swelling, redness, pain, and possibly a local sensation of heat, indicating inflammation. If coolness makes your pain feel better, then the acute stage treatment is recommended. Apply the Sinew Herbal Ice on your hip to reduce redness, swelling, and inflammation while dispersing accumulated blood and fluids to help restore normal circulation to the hip. This first-aid treatment is used in place of ice to significantly speed up the healing process. It reduces the swelling and inflammation more effectively than ice, allowing you to more quickly regain range of motion. Ice is not recommended because it does not help repair damaged tissues and keeps everything in the injured area frozen, causing the stagnation of blood and fluids and the contraction of muscles, tendons, and ligaments. In Chinese sports medicine, ice is not used and is considered a culprit in injuries that don't heal well. Massage your hip with acute sinew liniments to relieve pain, reduce swelling and inflammation, break up clotted blood and stagnant fluids, and stimulate circulation of blood and fluids to help cells quickly repair damaged tissues. The Sinew Sports Massage Oil is recommended for use before and after exercise, sports, and strenuous activity. It warms and stimulates your muscles, increases circulation, and relieves tightness, hence improving your performance and helping to prevent injury. Chronic stage symptoms begin once the swelling and inflammation are gone, but you still feel pain, stiffness, weakness, and/or sensitivity in cold and damp weather. If heat makes your pain feel better, then the chronic stage treatment is recommended. Massage your hip with chronic sinew liniment to relieve pain and stiffness, strongly stimulate circulation and blood flow to damaged tissues, and promote the healing of overstretched tendons and ligaments. Soak your hip with the Sinew Relaxing Soak to relax muscles and tendons that are in spasm, ease joint pain and stiffness, and improve range of motion. The Sinew Relaxing Soak is particularly useful if you feel restricted mobility in your hip. The soak can be used by saturating a towel in the liquid and applying it to your hip. Soak your hip with the Sinew Warming Soak to bring warmth into the hip, to drive coldness out of damaged tissues, increase local circulation, ease joint pain, and increase range of motion. The Sinew Warming Soak is particularly useful if your hip is more painful and sensitive to cold, or hurts more in cold weather. The soak can be used by saturating a towel in the liquid and applying it to your hip. The Sinew Sports Massage Oil is recommended for use before and after exercise, sports, and strenuous activity. It warms and stimulates your muscles, increases circulation, and relieves tightness, hence improving your performance and helping to prevent injury. Thank you for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. To learn more, visit sinewtherapeutics.com.